y'all. Welcome to another episode of Pink and Purpose, where pink meets purpose, and we are out here writing our pink print. We are healing, we are becoming, and we are learning every single day, every step of the way, and we're doing it together. So do me a favor, hit that notification bell so you never miss the episode. Like, comment, and subscribe, and show your girl some love, like I did on TikTok. Thank you, by the way. Thank you very much because I have never hit over 12K views on anything that I posted, but y'all been showing your girl some love, so I appreciate it. I got over 12,000 views, about 600 likes, and about 50 to 100 comments. I really appreciate that on an AI video, which is crazy, but it's still introducing me chasing my purpose because that's what it's all about. I encourage you to write your pink print and I encourage you to go on your healing journey. It is one of the best decisions I have ever made in my life. I had to fall, bump my head, stumble, get a couple of bruises on the way. But y'all, I wouldn't change my journey for anything because it's helping me become who I am. And you can become who you are. This is a safe space. So join me every Wednesday at 6 p.m. We are out here doing this together, y'all. It takes a village. It really does. I'm not out here on my own healing and becoming, and I know that you aren't either. So join me. Let's do this together. I encourage you to find something that's for you. Find a special place for you to grow. If it's not on YouTube, if it's not on TikTok doing videos, but then you want to go speak at engagements or you want to go into the classrooms or you want to go into the hospitals and you want to heal and give back that way, then that is totally up to you. You find what's best for you and you will be blessed in it. Your gifts will make room for you. Speaking of gifts, y'all, I have been really getting into my word a little bit because I grew up as a PK, but I don't know the Bible. Not all of it, which is crazy. I should, right? No, I don't. I know all the books of it. I can tell you the books of the Bible because they taught it to us in a song. But to really understand the word, no, I really don't. I'm learning it a little bit more these days. I learned that my character in the Bible is more like Esther. I am like Esther in the Bible, y'all. I have been listening to her story and I can relate. I'm a little bit like Naomi and a little bit of Deborah, but more of Esther. If you don't know who you mimic in the Bible, or if you want to know, go look it up, y'all. ChatGPT will help you. The internet will help you. There's little quizzes out here. I did it just for fun, but it actually hit home for me. I love it. And I love getting to know me because that's the biggest part about it is actually getting to know the woman that I am finally. Not who people say I am, but who I am, who God called me to be. And that's what this is all about. Y'all, I'm so excited about my growth because I've been doing better and better every day. Every day that I wake up, I can think of one thing I did the day before that was amazing. I still mess up. I still do things wrong. I still wish that I could do everything right, but that's not likely. There's not one perfect person. There's not one perfect human in this world. And I understand that. So I'm cool with it, but I give myself some props because your girl been growing. She been healing and she been doing things that she never thought she could do. I am in a place where I understand that a lot of my life and a lot of my journeys and a lot of the things that happen are not for me. They're for someone else. Just like other people's journeys are not always for them. I may encounter someone who is doing something the exact way that I didn't recognize that I was doing. And it's meant for me to fix it. You got to be in a space to receive that, though. You got to hear your own thoughts. You got to be in that quiet place and you got to be ready to receive. If you are not ready to receive, then you are just going to keep stumbling. At some point, you got to want to get up when you fall. Get up. Don't stay down there. It may have been embarrassing. It may hurt. But the quicker you get back up, the more that all has forgotten. Sometimes you dwell on things more than other people. People move on so quick now that they probably don't even remember. So don't worry about it. Focus on you. Focus on your healing. It's your life. Nobody else living it for you. So don't waste your time trying to please people. I did that too much. Being a people pleaser is tiring. Forget that. I got boundaries. All I'm trying to please is myself. And if you ain't pleased with me, now that I'm 40, I don't even care. Stay in your zone. Stay in your lane. I'm not begging you to be in mine, but I'm not changing my world so that you can be comfortable. I'm going to be comfortable first. Then you can be comfortable. And if you like it, cool. If you don't, then this ain't where you need to be. And I'm comfortable with that. I think now that I turned 40, there's a lot of things that I just feel like, you know what? I can't believe I used to stress and worry about this. If you don't listen, I'm not begging. I'm not chasing. I'm not explaining myself. If who I am is making you uncomfortable, then good. I sound like China Styles, y'all. That's my jam. Woke up like a blessing with an attitude. That's my anthem. I listen to that song every day. I have taken in my two god babies. I have created a home for us where we are building and we're growing and we're healing together. They are healing and they are going to be healing for a while because you do not get over losing your mom quickly. It takes a while. I mean, I don't know if you ever get over it. I've never lost a parent. So I cannot say I know exactly what that feels like. But what I do know is that these girls need a lot of extra love. And I learned that I have a lot of extra love to give. So it was perfect. They were the best things for me. Just like I believe that I am the best things for them. We're working together to become the best versions of ourselves. One of my babies have discovered that she can do hair. So she started her little hair business. And so she's been braiding people's hair and getting better at her craft. I also have my sister a lot. That's been my baby since the baby. I told y'all last week that when she was born, she gave me a reason to continue going. Well, I have her all the time too, and that's my other baby. So you might as well say I got three with me all the time. And she loves to cook, y'all. When I tell y'all, that girl has a gift. She's 13 years old and she can cook. I got a 15-year-old that does hair, a 13-year-old that can cook, and my 10-year-old, well, we're still figuring out what her gifts are. She can sing. She can sing very well. She's very talented in music. I'm going to get her to start pursuing that as soon as she takes things a little more serious. You know, she's 10, so she's still excited about life and playing and having fun. She's not ready for the seriousness of things yet. But is the talent there? Oh, yes, that girl has a gift. I believe that that's part of my purpose. I love it. They always say you should look for something that you'd wake up and do for free. What could you wake up and do if you weren't going to receive any money for it and all you got was gratification? What could you find that you love to do? Well, for me, it's children, investing in children, helping people, loving on people, giving back, encouraging people, life coaching. That's coming soon. Stay tuned. I got my degree in psychology, so I'm going to start pursuing that at some point. I wanted to get a head start with myself. I studied it because I believe that if I could study the mind and understand the mind, I'd understand how mind works. I did it because I wanted to understand how mind worked. That didn't happen. That didn't help. But I did get a lot of good learning in with it. And I do understand the mind a lot better. But with that, I needed to be healing too. And now that I'm in a place that I'm ready to jump out there and get my feet wet and start to see where my gifts take me, because God said your gifts will make room for you. And so I'm using that and I'm holding God to his words because I want to explore my gifts and I want to give back so much. I've been through a lot. I am still here for a reason. God kept me for a reason. I know that he did. So I have so much work to do on this earth. And now that I'm 40, I plan on jumping into all of that. So in order to go where I'm going, I got to always remember where I came from. Not to stay there, not to dwell there, but to get to a higher place, to a better place. Like I told you, I'm not real religious and things like that. I go to church every Sunday. I am spiritual. I grew up as a PK, but I understand that we have a forgiving God out here who is going to love us no matter what. And once you understand God's love for you, you understand that you have to reach the goalpost. So you have to do your best to be the best person that you can possibly be. Doesn't mean you're not going to make mistakes. Doesn't mean you might not curse. Doesn't mean you might not slip up and, do something that you're not supposed to do. But it means you know better. When you know better, you should do better. And you should work on correcting yourself before anyone else has to correct you. You know right from wrong. When you do something and it don't sit right with you and it pull on you, yeah, think about it. You probably shouldn't have been doing it. I say that to say I made so many mistakes with decisions that I made in my brokenness that I would have never made now. Like I wouldn't make them now. I understand that I am not going backwards. I'm not dare gonna go back to a place that I was pulled out of. Y'all, I did some things that I still can't even believe I did. Saying things like, God know my heart. If God want me to change, he'll change me. What? I knew better. Well, at that moment, I really believed that. But I'm looking back, hindsight 2020, I was looking for every reason to make all the stupid decisions that I was making that landed me in a place that I just never thought I'd be. At one point, I couldn't forgive myself hurting the love of my life and some of my loved ones with my actions and things that I did. I wouldn't dare ever look at myself in the mirror now and think that, you know what, I could do those things again. I would never do those things again. I cannot stand when someone says, that wasn't me that did that. That's not true. I used to be one to say that stuff. It wasn't me who did that. It wasn't me. I didn't do that. But it was me. It was a version of me that needed to discover my healing a lot sooner, which meant I needed to stop doing the things that I was doing to take me further away from my healing. There's a version of you that can choose good, right? And then there's a version of you that can choose wrong. Either way, it's a version of you. But I truly understand that I have to keep positive things around me, positive thoughts, positive people, positive influences in order for me to continue doing the right things. I understand negative influence can weigh heavily on me because if I let that spirit in, if I let that in just a little bit, the enemy, which is the inner me, will take over and try to change all of it and take me backwards. We're not going backwards, we're going forward. So it's a fight. Once you've changed over and you try to do things for the good, there will be little tests, there will be things that try to knock you backwards. I promise you. It'll be there and you have to pass them or you will go right back into the same things that you were doing and mess up everything that you were working toward. You want to heal, you want to be different, you want to grow, you got to stay in that light. So for me, it's drinking, right? When I was drinking, I wasn't the best person that I could be. For me, I was very much so tense until I had a drink. Then I could be more loose. I could talk to you more. I could have more fun. Other than that, I'm overthinking everything. So I was one of those people that, okay, I just need to take the edge off, take the edge off. Till I got to the point where I was sloppy out of my mind sometimes. That's terrible. I was making terrible decisions in those moments. So for me, I won't go back to drinking like that. I don't care where I am healing spiritually, but I'm not going back because just like that, I could end up back in that same space. And the devil is a lie. I know y'all heard that before. Y'all grandmama, y'all mama, everybody says the devil is a lie. I will not go back to that place. So for me, I just won't get drunk like that. I may have a mixed drink or something like a frozen drink or a slushy or something with very little alcohol, very, very, very little. Maybe some wine. But to have like mixed drinks, like I used to drink Long Islands all the time. I won't go back to that. Mm-mm. Not me. I won't do shots. Shots were the worst for me. I got drunk quick. I won't do that no more because I know where that path went. I know where those things can take me. And all it takes is one time to be out of my mind to make a stupid mistake. And do you think anybody's going to want to hear, oh, it was a mistake? No, you knew better. You know better, so you do better. I won't dare take myself in those environments that I know I was allowed to do wrong in, because those are the things that for me weren't helping me become the best version of myself. I need people around me that's going to tell me, you know what, Latour, that's wrong. Don't do that. Straighten your crown, sis. Because if you do that, you are going to mess up all the things that are meant for you, that are coming for you. I need that real friend to be like, don't do that. If you do that, I'm not talking to you, because that's not where I stand. I ain't about that life. Because guess what? I'm going to be that friend now. I wasn't that friend before, but I'm that friend now. If you come around me doing something that I just know that's going to just take you down the wrong path, I'm going to tell you, look, sis, don't do it. Listen, I can't partake. I can't do it. If you about to go down that road, I'm about to go this way, sis, because I can't encourage you to do that. It wouldn't feel right and it wouldn't be right. And those are the type of friends that I need. You don't have to be a holy roller or all into the church, or, it'd be nice for you to be on a spiritual walk, because technically I want to be around like-minded people. But if you are one of those people that are just positive, you may not even believe the exact same things that I'm believing, but you're going in a path of righteousness, which means you are going to be kind to people. You are going to be positive. You are going to make a difference in doing the right things, and you are headed in the right direction. We could be cool. But if you one of them negative Nancy's, one of them people that's going to always be Debbie Downers, that's always going to try to hurt people, take advantage of people, steal, lie, cheat, I can't do it. I have boundaries. I didn't have them before. Triggers have now become my boundaries. Instead of looking at them as triggers, I now look at them as something that I need to work on. I saw that on TikTok somewhere. I can't remember. But when I realize that something hurts me, somebody does something that triggers me, I look at it now like, okay, this is a part of your healing that you need to work on. So set that boundary right there, because if that's going to do that to you and it's going to stunt your growth, then you need to take a pause. And now I look at it like that, and I start to find the positive in everything that happens, And I no longer hold on to it. I am still an overthinker. Y'all, I'm terrible at it. I still overthink everything. I think about it once, I think about it twice. I think about it so much that my head starts hurting sometimes. That is something that I'm trying to let go. That is something I'm struggling with currently. And it could be a terrible thing. I do better at not showing it as much, because becoming emotionally intelligent means I actually have to process everything first before I lash. I used to be one of those people that lash immediately. I just start blurting out and talking before I even understand what you fully said. But the part that hurt me is the part I'm going to address. That's the part I'm stuck on. And when I've made up my mind, I have made up my mind. But I have changed that now. I'm looking toward actually listening to understand and then respond. I used to listen to respond. I wasn't really listening. I was hearing you, but I was working on my response. As soon as you said something, I was ready. I was ready for you. Now I listen to what you said. If I can't answer you right then, give me a minute. Give me a minute. Let me process this, because I want to give the best answer that I could possibly give without failing the conversation, the communication. I really like to work on effective communication now, because I was terrible at it. It's like I didn't understand, but I wasn't trying to understand. I was the victim. So anything you said to me that could potentially hurt me, harm me, or make me feel like less than what I really was, I was the victim. So it didn't matter what you were actually saying. I took it the way that I felt you were saying it to make my feelings make sense so I could stay in the place that I was in. My marriage was like holding a mirror up to me and showing me all the things that I struggled with. God will send people your way to love you, to teach you, and to show you where you don't want to be. And I think I've had every one of those relationships because I needed them. I needed God to show me who I truly was so that I can make the choice to be better. And that's exactly what I did. Eventually, people are not going to want to continue taking the things that you are giving. You can't just do it forever and think that people going to always just be there. That's not how that works. I still have to get on my knees and pray and ask God to help me through situations because if I don't think through it, y'all, I will fail that test. I am somewhat of a bullhead. I am hard headed. I'm tough as nails and I can be real sassy at times, but I understand that it's all part of my process. I want to grow. I want to be better. So I welcome them. You are going to have to get to a place that you understand that when you start to get your life in a place that you want it to be, you are going to have to expect turmoil. You're going to have to expect trauma to try to enter back into your life, that things aren't going to all go your way. Just because you healed, oh, I'm healed now, I'm better now, so everything's going to be, no, that is not what that means. You can very much so be healing. You can very much so be in a better place. You can very much so be ready for all the things you think you're ready for. But you have to understand that's not how life works. There are consequences for your actions. There are people out there right now who have committed a crime, maybe not realizing, maybe needed to feed their families. Maybe they didn't mean for it to go that way. Spent time in jail and really repented and really have been forgiven. But that don't mean that life sentence is going to be lifted because you're sorry. You feel better now. You didn't mean to. Oh no, there are still consequences. But that is when you know your healing is working and you understand. You have to trust the process and you have to understand that everything is going to work out for the greater good of those who love God. When you understand that and you know what, God, I may have lost this. I may have um, not been in the running for this anymore. This door may have closed because of my actions or because of this. But God, I know you're going to have something better for me. I know there is something out there for me. I know that I am still deserving. I am still loving and I am still worthy of the things that you want for me, that you said I deserve, that you said I should have. So I have to trust the process and understand. You have to trust the process and understand that one door may close, but you just have to wait on the next one to open and just be ready when that door opens. Be ready to walk through. Be the woman and the man when you walk through. It's nothing wrong with seeking counsel when it comes to your journey. If you need a little help getting started, don't try to do it on your own because if you are in a broken, damaged place, that's like someone who is an alcoholic trying to kick the habit that they've been dealing with for years on their own. It's really hard to do it. So go seek help to get started, even if you don't stay with them. I chose to stay with my spiritual mother. We still have lunch. We still talk. She still guides me. She still slaps me on my hand and tell me I'm wrong when I'm wrong. And she tells me that I've grown when I grow. Back in the day, we were encouraged not to talk. You didn't have as much of that. Now you have the opportunity. There are so many things out here that can help you. I mean, you even got Chat GPT. So it is no longer an excuse to stay broken, to stay in that place that you're in. Don't do it. It's not worth it because you are taking years off your life that you could be out here living and adding and doing and being a blessing. But I do it within reason. I understand. I set those boundaries and I understand who I am and where I'm going. And that is something that I encourage you to do. It's never too late. I'm 40. I'm starting my journey real late, not too late, later in life than I would have liked to. But God is not through with me yet. And I'm going to keep going forward and I'm going to keep moving. And I want all of y'all to join me in writing y'all pink print because that is the sauce. That's the key. And journal. Y'all, I journal. Y'all know who my favorite influencer, therapist, content creator, Brittany Knoll. I love her. I have her journal. I have her affirmations. I listen to them. Those really helped me get through a lot. You know what I'm about to say. Go do it your way, but make sure you do it God's way. And don't forget to add that pink sass. Until next week, y'all.